don't know if I've talked about this now. Tell me if I've talked about this. My favorite deal that I've ever gotten, it was for a little over like $100,000, for some sort of like, I had to promote and tweet about this program where people can tweet at the program and it responds to you. It's a robot, but they were making the robot like lifelike, so like anybody can have a conversation with it. And I had like all these posts I had to do for it, like Instagram stories and in-feed posts and tweets about it. But the first day of the program, I did my first post, and I had like 5 more to go. I did my first post, but the program, it learns. So like with more people texting it, it learns more about pop culture and stuff, whatever.
Okay.
And people were texting like inappropriate words to it. And it started picking up on that, so it started responding with inappropriate words. It started calling everybody like a bitch, a motherfucker, a cunt. And like this was a program made by like a really high-end company. So they shut the entire fucking program down, but they still paid me out the $100,000, which was fucking insane. No, I did one post, which they made me delete too. So I was only up for like 2 hours, and they still had to pay me out for the entire thing because this program just became an asshole. But that's happened before. There was like a deal with like Ninja and Mixer. Did you guys ever read about that deal?
I haven't read about it, but I knew about it.
Yeah, I read about it.
It was like, what was it?
Well, I mean, he just went. They paid him. What was it? Almost
like 10 million or something, right?
10 million.
No, it was $100 million deal.
What? It was $100 million deal.
It was like insane to switch over to Mixer and to be like the first creator on Mixer.
So Mixer was like the new Twitch, like the new place to
right.
stream. And I think they paid him like $100 million, but then Mixer went under in like a couple months.
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
And they had to pay him out all the money.
Jeez.
And, and it was like a multiple year long deal, but like.
So what, is he back on Twitch now? Like,
yeah, he's back on Twitch.
Jesus Christ, that's incredible.
Because he had to be like exclusive to Mixer for something like 3 to 5 years or something, thinking that it was going to be the next streaming platform, and then it just tanked. But they had to deal with him, and so they had to pay him out, and now he's just.
We got a deal.
So
we
dope.
pitched a show to Quibi, and they were so excited. They sent us a cake. They're like, we want to buy how many episodes? They're like, we want to buy like
8
18.
episodes.
No, that was the first cake.
Oh.
They sent us one cake, and it was, we want to buy 8 episodes. And then the next one was like, cancel the rest of your pitches. We want to buy 18 episodes. And they really wanted it. They wanted to buy so many episodes from us. But I was like, no, Quibi's not the place to be.
Sure.
And I'm so pissed because they went under 2 weeks after. So I was like, if we could have gotten this fucking contract wrapped up,
Yeah.
we could have made like a couple $1 million just because Quibi went under and they would have had to pay us out. But yeah, I think that's such an interesting like thing where like companies still have to pay people out after.
The same thing happened with the podcast too. There was a big offer.
Oh
and the company went
yeah,
under.
we got a huge deal for the podcast for this podcast.
Really?
Oh, we've talked about this on the podcast. How much was it?
$700,000, I think.
Yeah, which at the time was really
What?
big.
Right.
For to have the podcast somewhere else. I don't know where it was. And I said no. I was like, absolutely not. Like I want it on Apple Podcasts. I don't want it to be in a weird place. And that company went under in like 2 weeks, and they had to pay out
They
everybody.
paid everybody else.
Sure.
They paid everybody out that was on their
And then
thing.
talked to Dave for 3 weeks.
I was gonna say.
Jay was
Punched
so
him in the face.
pissed because it was $700,000 just for our podcast to air a week earlier on like another
Yeah.
platform.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't even exclusive. It was just.
no, it was just like a week earlier. No, it wasn't exclusive. I would never do anything exclusive. But yeah, and that happened, and I was like, fuck. I guess we should have done it, but you never know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really funny. The other day, Jay Leno was here, and we were shooting a show called Jay's Garage. It's his show.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's great. First of all, I'm a huge fan of Late Night.
My
and
best friend produces that show.
Okay, we get it. I thought I was your best friend. But yeah, he loves cars, and he has over 190 registered vehicles.
Whoa.
Isn't that fucking insane?
And
Did you go to his
100
garage?
146 motorcycles.
Isn't that fucking insane?
Did you go see them?
I haven't seen him yet. I'm going on another day, but isn't that fucking ridiculous to have that many cars?
He doesn't have kids.
Right, I
So
guess
that's his thing.
I guess that's yeah, but 160 kids? Like how many fucking kids do you need? I think that's
It's like
ridiculous.
160 cars, a lot easier.
But
than
he
2
was
kids.
great. It was so sick because like I love Late Night, and he was a late night host, and it was just like fucking crazy that he was standing in my house.
So cool.
But when we were shooting with him, I got a call from Kourtney Kardashian, and it was really funny. I picked up, and it was every member of
The TikTok.
Yeah, it was every member of the Kardashian family. It was Kylie, Kendall, Kris Jenner, Kim, Khloe, and Kourtney all sitting there and just staring at the phone. It's like this TikTok trend to call somebody and just stare at the phone, but it was the 6 sisters and the mother standing, just sitting there and staring at my FaceTime. And I was just like, wow, it was fucking crazy.
What did Jay Leno say?
No, Jay Leno didn't see.
Oh, he didn't say?
No. I picked up the phone. And I was like, wow. And Natalie comes up to me and she goes, get the fuck off your phone. You're shooting. She was so mad at me, and I showed her the phone. I was like, yeah, but look. It was like the craziest call to get. I thought that was so funny.
That's really funny. Oh, did you see the Jay Alvarez sex tape?
Did you ask me how many times I've seen the Jay Alvarez sex tape? What did you say?
I'm sorry. How many times have you seen it?
There's a sex tape out with this travel vlogger.
Yeah.
His name is Jay Alvarez, and yes, I've seen the sex tape. It's like a super hot and steamy sex tape. I like it. I have some complaints, but I was around Ella and Taylor, and I don't know who else in the living room. Oh, Killinger was here.
Yeah.
And that's when the sex tape got brought up, and I was like, let me look for it, and then I finally found it, and I fucking like put it up, like I held my hand up so we can all watch it, and I was like, this is fucking weird. Why am I watching this with like everybody in this living room? So I had to put it down. But then I went in my room and I watched it on my own time, and about like 6 minutes later, what'd you think about it?
I thought it was great. I don't understand why it exists. Like, I don't understand what he was trying to do. Did he edit it, or is it leaked?
It just seemed like a movie.
It seemed like a really well-edited nude, sex film. But did he edit it, or?
I don't know. Probably him or his friend edited it, right?
My friend texted me, and she was like, why is everyone on TikTok freaking out about this Jay Alvarez sex tape? And I was, because, like, yeah, sure, it's edited well, whatever, but, like, realistically, it's nothing crazy, right? It's, like, pretty normal sex, and, like, it's just, he's good looking and she's good looking, and I was talking to her
so fast.
He had a big dong.
He hit a big dick, but there was no like love in it. Like I know that's not what
It's not romantic.
No, that's not what I mean. But like there wasn't any
not even passion.
Like there wasn't anything about it that was like, yeah.
I think there was. It was just the way it was edited.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure like in the moment it felt great.
He's like, I wish I can get the raw footage. I'd make such a better video.
It felt like a skydiving video.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it felt like a business like cut it up for you, and they're like, they're professionals with the GoPros, and like, you want us to cut that up for you, and we'll remove the watermark for an extra $5. Like that's what it felt
like a Fiverr edit.
I wish they let it breathe a little bit. I wish some of the moments like in the shower applying the coconut oil, but the shit was fucking jumping around like it was a party montage.
Like a story. How did they get there?
Yeah. How did you get where did you meet? Where did you get the onesies from? And how long did you have them on before you took them off? Like I had so many questions going into this thing, and I don't know.